Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women of all ages, welcome to the Pull the Pin podcast. Cue that intro for me, please.
Give a YouTube intro from Uncle Tyler.
This is 9 o'clock at night. I'm exhausted. My hair is messy. And I'm supposed to be making a YouTube video. I can't even look at the light. Peace to all the world. Leave me alone.
Little funny intro of my niece there. Shout out Lila. Welcome to the Pull the Pin podcast. I thought to myself, Tyler,
I don't think there are enough podcasts in the world.
I think you'd fill a real big void if you kind of put your voice out in the world, you know? It's like the world needs what I have to say. This is a podcast, I believe. That's what this is going to be, guys. What am I talking about here? Pulling the pin? What does that mean? What is going on around here? Okay, let me explain it in as simple terms as I possibly can. I will try. Don't look at the grenade and think of like explosion, like in destroying or hurting someone. The grenade is more so the potential of the thing that could be. The explosive force of the thing that could happen. Tracking with me? I know I'm going quick here, okay? What will facilitate that experience happening? Well, pulling the pin. It's not like a switch. You can't just turn it on or off. It is an irreversible action that you take. You pull the pin on a situation because you believe in what the outcome should be. But you don't just pull it irresponsibly. You step up and you pull it when you truly feel like you're the one that should initiate in the situation. Not only that, but when you are willing to pull the pin on something, you're going to do everything you can for there to be a positive outcome on the thing that you believe in. And also you believe in it so much that you say you accept what the consequences are going to be regardless of the outcome. But it was still worth trying. Pull the pin, baby. So I have been a videographer / filmmaker for 11 years. Woohoo, whoop-de-doo, right? In all that time, the majority of my time has been spent, and I can go into greater detail at another time, but I'm very much been just like,
yes, I'll do that. Sure, absolutely, no problem. Really go out of my way to try and do the best that I can for my clients.
So I functioned that way for about a decade. Make videos, create content, whatever it is. I'll be there, Johnny on the spot, baby. Someone called me that one time, Johnny on the spot. What a cool nickname. What a great nickname, Johnny on the spot. Yeah. I had one major client in my life. At one point, that was in my life for years. There was a point where the phone calls just started to dry up. Emails dried up. My point of contact, he was amazing. Just helped me to know, like, hey, there's some friction here, and I think, things are... And I was like, I wasn't involved, and I didn't know what's going on, what's happening, why won't anybody talk to me? Because my whole career I was always Mr. Nice Guy. Yes, sir. Not like, pushover, because I would push back on things, but it's like, I always just do what my clients want, do what they want, but they just kind of phased me out. And I was like, what the hell? Okay. Then I got another client. It was the second biggest client in my life, and I was on retainer with them. Doing videos. Yes, just do videos and all. And there came a point where there was some I could just tell someone was this off a little bit and whatever. I was like, what's going on? We weren't doing as many videos, even though I was on retainer, and I was like, ugh. By the time I started learning more about marketing, and I started preparing this marketing strategy, and they were like, yeah, get that ready, and like, well, we want to hear your proposal and things and these ideas and stuff. And I was like, okay, work. And then I found out one day they were going to cut my retainer by 70%. What? What happened? Again, where was the conversation? Don't you guys realize, like, this is my livelihood? What the hell? And that's when I snapped. I actually go crazy, but what happened was this. I realized, I was like, man, I was really nice for this one client all these years, and then I just got phased out. And here I am doing what they say, and I'm being nice, and I'm playing ball, and I'm doing all the right things. How can you drop me? I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything you said. Here's a little tip in the business world. People don't give a shit, man. There's no right or wrong sometimes, man. It just is what it is. I said, I can't believe this. And what happened was I snapped, and I was like, be the nice guy. It's not working. So if I'm going to be let go again, at the very least, I am going to respect myself. Do you hear that? Let me say it to the people in the back. I will respect myself. You will know what I think. So there's a meeting. We're going to talk through things. And I was going to let them know, hey, guys, I know I've presented as a video guy, but I'm more of a director. And across from me was the COO, and then another person in leadership, my point of contact. There was no small potatoes. This organization's, 10, 15 million a year, 80 employees. And I only say that because it's like, I'm not like talking to like some little tiny, just like two people. It's like, there were stakes here. So I got in there and I was like, guys, I have presented more as a video guy, but like I'm more of a director, blah, blah. And I got everything I wanted. Nope, there was pushback. There's pushback. And there it is right there. Catch it. Right there. I put forward what I believe was true. I took this like almost irreversible thing. I was like taking a stance, you know. There's no pushback. And what do I do in that moment? Right there, there's a quote from James Baldwin. I might mess this up, but it's the most dangerous creation of any society is the man with nothing left to lose. Boy, is that true. I picture a battlefield. You could have 1,000 guys on one side and then just like one dude over here, and like he don't give a shit. It's like everybody's like, you go. No, you go. It's like that guy doesn't give a fuck. Dude, that guy doesn't care what happens to him, man. So in that moment, what I do, I leaned in. And I stood up for myself. And I wasn't wrong, and I was confident in what I was saying. By the end of the meeting, I couldn't even look at the COO. And she told me, she's like, you look perturbed. I was like, I am, because none of this happened like it was supposed to. This wasn't right. And that conflict was the beginning of that spirit inside of me being like, no, I know what I'm worth, and I'm going to speak my mind. And I wasn't just saying it out of nowhere. It was like the culmination of 10 years or so of learning video and organization. It all just culminated where I feel like I started understanding brands better. So I knew what I was saying. I wasn't just talking out of my ass. I knew what I was saying. And then eventually after that, there was another meeting, and they were like, well, can you make up some proposals? I was like, I sure can make proposals. I made a 42-page proposal with three different options, this whole thing. Had a meeting. We're sitting in the Zoom meeting, and the guy was like, oh, well, you know, so what about like, da-da-da? And I said, it's on page 17. Silence is deafening. Just be silent sometimes in a situation, and woo, it's powerful. But I had enough, and it was like, I already wrote it out. I'm not playing these games. And by the end of the meeting, the craziest thing was this. I stood up for myself stronger than I ever had in my entire life because I feel like I had nothing left to lose. And I said, no, I'm leaning in. I'm stepping up. I am the guy for the job, and I don't care what you guys say. And after that meeting and those altercations, they actually ended up renewing my retainer for that month for the exact same amount. Well, we're gonna, I think we're moving a little too quick here. We'll pay you the same this month, and we'll renew through the end of the year. Well, I thought I was just gonna get let go. I thought I just was someone who's just like, ooh, bye. You're gonna renew my retainer? I'm sorry, but what happened? What changed? By the grace of God, I changed. And I stood up for myself and I pulled the pin. That was the birth of it. And it just so happened at the same time, the other biggest organization in my life that just kind of phased me out, you know what happened? I got reconnected with them through a project, and then a team member, shout out Jules, awesome human being, amazing creative. We connected on a shoot, talked, shop creatively and everything. And I was of a different mindset at that time. I wasn't like, oh, nice. It was like, let's get shit done. And because of the mindset shift, then that relationship, my old original client rehired me. I went from getting let go by two organizations that were the biggest organizations in my life. They're the reason I'm in this house and had the other house that I had. But that magnitude of client, both of them just slowly like letting me go to then both of them rehiring me. And then I had a year of 2 retainers at the same time, these full-time jobs. And that's where I went through creative direction, marketing, video boot camp. It was just like, and that's where the brand was developed, was having a million uncomfortable conversations, disagreeable conversations about leaning in and having these, taking irreversible actions to affect change and accepting the consequences no matter what they were. And that's where the brand was born from. I've learned a lot in that process, and I want to share it with the world because it's true of a lot of things in life. Crazy, the power of standing up for yourself. But not just standing up for yourself, but when you really know your stuff. I'm not talking about fake it till you make it, okay? I don't believe in fake it till you make it. I don't like that. Who's texting me? I believe that you should have enough confidence and be able to lean in. Okay, I don't know everything about this, but I know enough that I can say yes to this. Crazy what respecting yourself will do, isn't it? It's wild, man. It's been a wild journey, and I want to share it with the world. That's this podcast. Really, it's just a vehicle for me to just say whatever I want. More to come, hopefully. Lots of stuff. People, reactions. You ever heard of reaction videos? We might do those. Talking to people. Whoa. Anyway, we're going to get silly around here. I even got a giraffe with glasses. I know. We're silly. We're silly people here. Sorry. All right, that's enough. That's it. See you next video. Bye.